the kind of masculine energy, I think, is good. And obviously, society has plenty of that, but I think corporate culture was really like trying to get away from it.
Hey, Mark, I'm here for you. Not judgmentally. I can slightly understand what he's trying to say, because it's hard to change. Change is hard. Change is really hard. And you lose a little bit of power when change happens sometimes, because we're established in the way that things are, which means I have steady ground on how I'm going to act in this. So I can see that it's hard to change. Now we would naturally want to revert back to an old way of doing things because I'm comfortable there. I know how to navigate that really well. Because I'm a therapist that works with a lot of people who experience burnout, and I'm a trauma therapist, so a lot of my clients experience trauma and it becomes an underlying reason to their burnout, because they're usually dealing with not feeling good enough, or maybe not being told that they were good enough, or having experiences within their interpersonal dynamics as their family, and not being appreciated, not being validated, maybe being bullied, whatever it might be. That those interpersonal traumas activated them to be high achieving, high working, high accomplishing kind of people. And that leads them very far, definitely. But it leads to burnout because the underlying feelings of not being good enough, the trauma that actually comes from something in probably our childhood that is interfering with our urgency to achieve. That is leading to so much burnout. Burnout is huge. It's literally becoming an epidemic with people. It's not even your choice, but we're not holding perspective enough until we maybe hit burnout, and we have to actually go through all of the shame of what it means to not be a high achiever. And we have to actually process what led us here to begin with. And we can reconstruct, wait, what kind of life do I actually want to live here? What is fulfilling? What is what I want in my life? I'm telling you, it's not to be working for the corporate organization, eh? It is actually much deeper than that usually, even though it starts there. And so when I hear Mark Zuckerberg talking about this shift in corporate culture, I actually am seeing that as what? So you want, we want to go back. We want to actually go back. And for who? And for what? And why? And why? So ingrained in misogyny and patriarchy. And that, to me, example of how the patriarchy and how misogyny hurts us all. It hurts men. It hurts you guys. It hurts you to do that, because you're working your butts off for what? At the end of the day, for what? Yeah, okay, you might get money, you might get success, but what kind of life are you living? What kind of agency do you have over the life that you're living too? Are you really getting everything that you want out of life when you're subscribed to that style of accomplishment-based identity? I want us to just be really critical about, does that actually work for me? Who is this really benefiting actually? We all have to be in this together to change work culture in general, period, to fit the life we all deserve to live as human beings. Come on, let's be serious, guys. We need to be working together to unsubscribe from this rhetoric that Mark Zuckerberg is talking about, because to me, that sounds like there's some trauma in there. There's some wounds in there. What's going on with the feeling that's so strong about things being not masculine enough? What's going on with that? That's my question to Mark Zuckerberg, and we can work through it. I'm here to process this with you. Okay, Mark? I'm here for you. Not judgmentally. I can understand the perspective for sure, but I also think there's much more underneath. There's a deeper root there that is the real problem. And if you agree with Mark Zuckerberg, I'm not going to judge you either. I just want you to be critical. Just think about, could there be something different? Why do I subscribe to this belief system? How does this really benefit me? And do I notice hurt at any level of that answer? I want you to really be critical, okay? And I'm here to help you process this. But I'd love to hear, what do you think about what I have to say?